Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Following on from the Canley Police Station closure shoot that I did, I thought I'd investigate what other police stations have been closed down, and I found that Willenhall had been shut down and then reopened, so I decided to go have a look. So here we are, and unfortunately somehow I managed to get my GoPro stuck in photo only mode, so I had some really good interactions with the police while I was here, but didn't capture any of them on the footage, unfortunately. I walked up and down. There was nice frosted glass in the windows, or frosted coating on the glass, and blinds at the windows, so they were taking data protection seriously. There was no reaction to my camera, and I made it quite obvious I was filming. So I decided, okay, I'll send up my drone Snoopy and have a look around and see what's going on inside. So I took off for the flight, and I was stood at the exit gate so that I could, thinking I was filming, capture footage of any cars that came out. And there was a few that came out, police car, police van, an ambulance, and a couple of plainclothes ones. And I'm flying the drone, so I'm not really paying too much attention, but they're parking up and waiting for the gate to close behind them, which was good. And some of them smiled and waved, and some of them just ignored me totally. So whether they'd said anything, I don't know. But anyway, I'm filming with my drone and flying the drone, and then this guy pulls up in a car. So you'll see him shortly, and I'll carry on the narration at that point. I'd spotted the red car coming in the wrong way, and I thought this was going to be an interaction, but no, I just got a wave and he turned around. But I spotted from Snoopy's camera view this black car about to turn in, so I decided I would bring the drone back down because I thought this would probably be some interaction, and sure enough, there's me flying a drone in full sight, and the chap says, "Excuse me, can I ask what you're doing?" And then I just looked at him and he went, "Well, flying a drone, obviously." And he said, "Is there any reason why you're doing that?" And I said, "Because I want to." And he said, "Oh, any other reason?" I said, "No, not really, just a matter of public interest." And he said, and he was trying to get details off me. I said, "No, I'm not giving you my information." So he said, "Right, I shall file a report then." Well, he never identified himself, and so I can only guess that he wasn't a police officer. He was just a support officer of some kind, and was just doing due diligence on what I was doing. And later on, as I was walking up the street, I was actually approached by a couple of uniformed officers in an unmarked car, and had quite a good chat with them. They asked me all the right questions. Had I got authority because it's in a no-fly zone, and had I got approval from the Coventry airport, and I had, and they didn't even ask me the way to the drone. They said, "Oh, you obviously know what you're doing then." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "I've just phoned them back to let them know I'd finished my flight." So they were happy, and they said, "Oh, we fly drones." So we had a good chat about that, and I actually thanked them for their service. So if they're watching this, big thumbs up to you guys. Very professional behaviour. Asked all the right questions. Didn't hassle me or anything. Didn't ask for any ID. Nothing like that. So that was all good. So there you go. And unfortunately, I missed it all because of my GoPro. Well, user error. So I can't blame anybody but myself, unfortunately. There you go. Enjoyed the flight anyway. So I'll put the drone footage at the end of these stills I've managed to merge together. Hope you enjoy. as you can see from the stills, I did actually fly the drone again just after the discussion with the guy who asked me for my details and ran off to see if he could file a report. I just thought I'd try and follow him with the drone, but I wasn't quick enough. But there you go. It was just really to prove a point and get a bit more footage. I'd already done the 360 view, so there you go. And it started to get a bit cloudy, and I thought, you know what, I'll call it a day.